Good morning from beautiful Brisbane, Australia. Welcome to From Recovery to Remission. My name's Linda and welcome. It's great to have you with me. How's your inner critic work been going this week? And this morning, it's going to be a really special morning because this is my 300th Facebook Live broadcast and I've really enjoyed being able to speak with you all and share so much information. And thank you. The feedback has been phenomenal about how much it's helping you be able to change your life and so much more. It's especially the inner critic work has really touched some hearts and so much more. All the girls are joining in. Good morning, Rachel. Good morning, Diana. How are you? I'm sorry I'm a bit late this morning. It just happened that way. I had a client this morning, so it just it takes a bit of time to get my head around it. Oh. Thanks, Ali. Happy 300th. Yeah, I know. I couldn't believe it. And the synchronicity of it, I just happened to look in the back end of YouTube this morning last night and see it. So I've got some nice stuff for you this morning, girls. I've got a link which will be available for the next 24 hours to a free complex PTSD and mindfulness workbook, which contains a whole bunch of stuff, and I can't put it I might be able to. Okay, tell me if you see this link come up for you, girls. Well, I was hoping it would. Okay, it might have in the comments. Yep, it did. So there's a link there which you can click on later on, and you'll be the first to get the Complex PTSD and Mindfulness book for free as a celebration of 300 broadcasts. And then later on today, I actually have a set of I Am affirmation cards, which I had done a while ago. They're in a nice purple bag. They come with instructions and yeah. I don't know if you can see that. So they have, I am, and sitting there, this one's I am willing to accept responsibility. And so you all go into a draw, and later on I will draw the name. So today, you've got the free mindfulness book, and hi Brooke, great to have you with us. I'll just grab the infographic for today. Have any of you done any inner critic work this week? Have you found or discovered an inner critic? And, are you working with it to overcome it and remember what a beautiful person you are? And I also have some pretty exciting news too. As I've talked to you about over time, I've been working on recognising when the depression trigger goes off in my brain and working with the contents of what triggers that. So getting to the point where I could actually recognise that it went off and then being able to do something about it, because it's so insidious. So it pervades our life and we don't even know it's happened, and we lose track of time. All right. I was losing great chunks of time and not getting any books written. I was getting nothing done and couldn't work out why. And that's when I realised it was this depression trigger going off in my brain. So yesterday I did about 3 hours worth of work, and I sat here and was going, will I do writing this book or writing that book? And next thing you know, I'm sitting here and I really felt my head get heavy and tired, and I went, this is really odd. So I actually sat down in my lounge chair to just recoup and go, what's going on? And 4 hours later I woke up, and that's exactly what the depression trigger does to us. It just knocks us out and we can't move. We don't even know. and it's really challenging stuff. So I had to get up and go down and have my weekly acupuncture, which is a godsend. It just helps my health. It's helped me maintain health. And when I got there, I burst into tears, and the doctor said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "I just know the depression trigger's gone off." I said, "I'm okay, as in I'm okay. I understand what's happening. It's not me, I'm not depressed." And meanwhile, I'm crying and saying all this. I said, "When I leave here, I'm going to go to gym." And I said, "And I know, and do some trauma-informed movement, and I know that will put my brain back online." And she said, "That's exactly what you need to do. You do that when you recognise that you do it, blah, blah." And I said, "I've waited for this time for a long time to be able to recognise when it happens." And so I did. I came home, changed, went down to gym, and I just cycled really fast. And I could literally feel when everything was shifting around in my mind, and I went, "Oh, thank goodness." And then I came home and, wrote a book, put it up on my website, got everything organised for today, did an infographic, and on and on and on. And then I became aware that the adrenaline, it was like this whole bunch of adrenaline got released, which is what probably happens to people who haven't been traumatised and they exercise, their adrenaline gets released. And so I sat here last night going, wow, it's starting to happen in my body. It's all starting to change. And I went, yes, I am going to win this war. And it's just amazing. So I encourage you to take the time to do the trauma-informed movement, because it really does help get us aware internally of what's happening so that we can pick up our pieces and win the race. It's not the only thing that matters, but it's definitely a major part that's helped me be able to regain that focus and regain that internal awareness that's actually starting to shift stuff. And the problem was, I was so not used to it. I stayed up for ages last night, but that's okay. I'm going to be careful. All right. So complex PTSD and mindfulness, I thought about this when the inner critic stuff has come up this week. And the reason why is because we need this level of mindfulness and need to be able to be aware of what's happening internally so that we can get to this point in time like I've just described, okay, so that we can begin to get our whole physical being back on track and reclaimed from what the trauma has done, what the complex trauma has done. And for those that are younger, so that you never ever have to go where I went, which is into total freeze mode and, 2.5 years bedridden. Good morning, Charlotte. It's wonderful to have you with us. Yay. Okay, so when I was thinking about mindfulness, now mindfulness, people think, oh yeah, got to go do meditation, but it's not. It's not just about meditation. So mindfulness is the practice of paying attention in the present moment intentionally and without judgment. So we begin to go, I'm feeling that, I'm aware of this, I'm aware of my environment and what's happening at a sensory level, and you can be aware of when you're eating and so much more. And it's a practice because when it comes to complex PTSD, we need to be able to go, okay, I need to feel comfortable so that I can feel safe with what's happening internally for me, because when I can feel safe with what's happening internally for me, then I can begin to make the changes as well. All right. So mindfulness meditation practices are deliberate acts of regulating attention and breathing through the observation of our thoughts, our emotions, and our body states. And I just went, we need to be here now Okay, so yesterday it was Linda says no, today is Linda says be here now. Okay. And so we want to do this. Trauma-informed movement is one way we can do it, but there are other ways that we can be mindful in our day-to-day life, okay? And yeah, that's right, Diana. That's exactly right. Sorry, I can do this now. Diana said that's what meditation is. At least that is my practice, the now. And that is so right. That is exactly right. I love this, Charlotte. Charlotte says, I'm aware when I'm eating, but I need to be mindful enough to stop. That's a really valid point, you know. Absolutely, we need to develop that mindfulness. And depending on how frozen our autonomic nervous system is, depends on how mindful we are at any given point in time as well. So it took me a long time to develop the awareness of how tight my muscles were throughout my entire body, and then to intentionally relax whatever was tight. So we've talked about, you know, when our jaw's frozen, and then we can feel our throat. And then for me, it went all the way down to my stomach. It wasn't until I could relax my stomach that I began to become aware of things like having a gut instinct, etc., etc. And then I actually came back up to my heart center, and I've been doing lots of work around relaxing my heart center, all around my chest area here, especially feeling that internally and being mindful of that. And so it's a really good practice to be mindful and develop the mindfulness practice, especially if we have anxiety or panic attacks, because we want to get to the stage where we can be aware that it's coming on. So we're not just doing proactive, oh, that situation's going to cause me anxiety, I'm not going there, because that doesn't work. Okay, for us, we have to build up into going there. And when we use a mindfulness practice, it makes it a lot easier to keep going wherever we need to go. All right? So as we know, with trauma-informed movement, we can do the exercise part of it because we're building our awareness with our mind around our breathing, because with complex trauma, we shallow breathe and we don't even know it. All right? So it's so valuable. You can do it when you're walking, okay? Be mindful as you're walking. And if you're focusing on being mindful around your body and your own mind, then it'll take the focus around what's happening, okay? No, take the focus off around what's happening around you. That didn't come out right at all, but you get what I mean. Do a body scan. So sit down and do a body scan as to what muscles are tight, what I'm feeling, what am I actually feeling right in this moment, and be aware if you attach judgment to it, but also be aware that you can just let it move through your entire body. So feel it move through your body. So we do this definitely with intent. I've found for me that as I go down this path, my creativity increases and I stop having to feel like I've got to have things in an absolute order. So I don't know if you've found that if things are out of order, it's very distressing, but I have in the past, but now I'm learning to relax more and more. Creativity opens up, but I also have this capacity to not stress as much anymore when things get out of order. I still have to sit down and think about it, but it's doable. You can get mindfulness apps, okay? So grab an app and go for it. Let it teach you whatever it is you need to learn at this point in time. And remember, we can use mindfulness at night when we journal before we go to bed, because then we can download everything that was sitting on the inside and we can let it go, and it'll help us have a restful sleep as well. Another good mindfulness practice when you've got complex PTSD is to put the next day's activities in an order and a time sequence, And that way it helps train our mind and our awareness back into the here and now as well. Because we need to do the here and now, because it was the here and now that used to cause us so much stress, overwhelm, triggers, etc., in our childhood, okay? And remember to use your senses, whether you like the beach or the lake or the forest or wherever. I was going to say sand dunes, but I can't imagine enjoying sitting in the sand, but that's me personally. Sit down and enjoy that space with all of your senses, okay? Alrighty. So, ladies, I need to know if you want to do a mindfulness meditation on dealing with negativity. Can you give me a thumbs up or something if you want me to do the meditation this morning? I've got it all ready to go. So can you give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down? I don't know if you can do thumbs down with emoticons, but let's see. And then I will... All right, no one's saying anything. Hang on. Yeah, I agree, Charlotte. Order is important for me to function a lot of the time as well. That's definitely. So Charlotte was saying, yes, order is important for me to function. And it is for me as well. It's what helped me regain structure so that I could see. Okay, we have thumbs up. So I want you, wherever you are, let me grab a drink of water so I can make sure I can talk well for you. Okay, wherever you are, I want you just to be seated in a place where you feel comfortable, all right? And relaxed, and focus. When you close your eyes, shut the white noise out and just focus on your breathing in and out, 5 seconds in and 5 seconds out, all right? And throughout this meditation, we're going to build into your awareness. Sorry, I was reading through the comments. We want to build into your awareness curiosity. We want to build into your awareness the present moment. Okay? And so I'm going to start now. So just, make sure you're comfortable. Keep your breathing focused on 5 seconds in and 5 seconds out, and let your thoughts focus on my voice. All right? We're going to start. Close your eyes and tune into the points of contact in the body. So feel yourself grounded and stable as you sit. Breathe deeply, feeling the body supported by the chair or the cushion. Pay attention to the experience in your mind. Notice any thoughts as they arise, and try to identify any emotions that go with them. Pay special attention to negative thoughts and note what you're feeling or thinking. Try to avoid the word negative and instead identify each thought as sad, unpleasant, irritating, painful, or another word. As you note each feeling, each thought, let it flow out. Let it flow through you. Don't hold on to it. Note the thought. Note how it feels. Note it coming, going, arising, passing. Take a big deep breath into your heart center and let it go. Push out all the emotions that are no longer serving you. Keep breathing in all the good stuff and breathing out all these things that are not connected to who I am. Feel your feet on the ground and wiggle your toes. And let your heart be the part that guides your path to tomorrow. Bring in the joy, the peace, the patience, the love. Let it fill your heart to overflowing. And remember, this is who you are. Take your time now. Take in some deep breaths and breathe them out. And bring your awareness back to the here, right now. And if you want to take some time to write down what you saw passing through, any awareness that came up, or even how you felt, you can do that too. Okay, it's time to open your eyes. And if anyone's fallen asleep, half your luck. Truly, thank you everyone. I hope that's really helped you this morning or this evening. And know that you can replay this and do it anytime you like, anytime at all. I've just been through while you were meditating and written down everybody's name and all the people that I know that are here live and that have said g'day. And Ali, I want you to know that I drew your name out of the bundle and you've won the set of I Am cards, and I will private message you to get details to be able to send them to you. Have the most gorgeous evening and wonderful day wherever you are in the world. Thanks for joining in this morning, girls. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow morning. Oh, hi, Lisa. That's good. That is wonderful. It's good that it was very soothing, and I hope you feel $1 million. And maybe we should do a meditation once a week as well. I'll look into being able to do that for you. Okay, thanks ladies, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.